So good evening, welcome to another video. Tonight I'm doing the Q&A session. So good evening, people. Welcome to another video. Back again, John Sinclair TV. Tonight doing a Q&A session. Normally does this on international break, which is a good time to do it. So if you do like the video, like what you see, give it a like, hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel grow well. Also hit the super chat if you decide to want a super chat, and also if you'd like to join as a member, then please click on the join button. Also, it's on live on Facebook if you click on the link. So there you go. So I'll be back tonight also at 9 o'clock. I'll be back with Luca, Martinelli ASC1. We're going to talk about Italy and the inquest of they failed to qualify for the World Cup yet again for the second time straight. So it's not good. So you got a question about it later on, fire away. So Lee is answered the question very, very early. In fact, it was last night. And that's a question. No, I'm not. If he's listening, I doubt he's going to be listening anyway. Big up to you, Talk MU. And got a question as well. If you've got any questions, people, fire away. It helps us as well. And can Newcastle push into Europe next season in the top six? Depends what player we buy. If you can get some good players coming in, then who knows? I mean, Chelsea may not get any top players next in the summer because obviously Roman Abramovich has got sanctioned as well. So hey ho, and let's be real. I think if we spend well and build a team around Bruno Guimaraes, then we've got a good chance. And I'm confident of Eddie Howe. I'm confident in Newcastle United. People say top 10 would be fantastic. I'd say top 10 all day long. But if you can get the defense right and get a quality striker like Victor Osimhen and also Darwin Núñez, or one of the two, then yes, I think we've got a good chance. I believe in this team. I believe in Eddie Howe. I think he's a decent manager. Effie faith in this guy. I think he's absolutely fantastic. And the thing is, right, and it's the thing, people say we're going to get Sven Botman as well, right? I'm sure questions could ask us that later on. So forget that because I just can't say that happening anytime soon. But hey ho. So one thing I'm going to say, people, that top six, we've got a good chance. I think we'll be absolutely okay. And we've got to start up first. We'll be absolutely fantastic. Big up to you, Callum. And I've got big up to Gary V again. And Lee, he's calling it Gian. But I know exactly what you mean. And big up for Gary as well. Who do you really think will get in the summer, John, if you're a better man? We need two strikers, first of all. For me, we've got to sell Victor Osimhen, the project at Napoli. Yeah, just say, look, it's a Premier League, and we're going to offer you such amount a week. We want you to be our number 9, and your goal scorer, your focal point. You got pace, you got power, good in the air, and I'll take him all day long. He's 23 years old. He's 6'1". The guy is brilliant, absolutely fantastic. 22 goals in 41 games since he's joined the Italian club, and I think he'd be fantastic for me. I'd take him all day long. It's a no-brainer. No-brainer at all. And Darwin Núñez, I'll definitely take him as well. The guy's a young lad, Uruguayan, 22-year-old from Benfica. I think the guy's fantastic. He scores goals. He's quick. He's got pace. Big lad. And Benfica will definitely sell for the right offer, probably 60 million quid. And I think Benfica would take that money and ignore them. That's going to go up and up and up. I don't think it'll go up. I think 60 million would be enough for a 22-year grind, I think it'd be absolutely fine. So we definitely need them. We could do with another left back if Target decides not to stay on. So it is what it is. So we'll see about that one. So I definitely keep Target on. We'll see. And just not fighting relegation for once will be nice. That's from Lee. Any questions, do fire away, people. Just fire away. And I'll do my best to answer the questions as much as I can. So big up to people in Australia, America, Japan, wherever you're at, wherever you be, then please join on my channel. And it just helps us. And Jesse Lingard from Lee. Me personally, I think that one's dead in the water. If I'm honest with you, let's be real, because we could get someone better than Jesse Lingard. We had the opportunity to get him in January. The Glazier said he's going nowhere. Jesse was peed off about it. He wanted to come. And we just decided to move on. I mean, Jesse Lingard, he's a decent player. Let's not get that twisted. Yeah, he's a decent player. He scores. But another thing is, he plays similar way as Joe Willock as well. So we got Joe Willock. He's doing a fantastic job. So I think Jesse would be a good player to have. But I think we get someone better than Jesse Lingard. And he'll be on the fee in the summer. So what do you think, people? Would you take Jesse Lingard? We'll see. And big up to the real ones in the building as well. Whoever joins in, I've got Callum, Foxy, Rico, Everton fan as well. And we're going to Callum. Got to sign the right players for top 6. I'll happily take the top 12 and a good cup run next season as long as you aren't fighting relegation. Callum, I don't be fighting relegation again, mate. I really don't. And let's have it real. I mean, we don't want another relegation to fight people, don't we? I certainly don't, because look, Newcastle are a huge club, a massive club, and we should be getting better players than ones we've already got. Yeah, build team on Bruno. Our midfield is fine. We definitely need a couple of strikers, like I said. You could do another defender. Fabian Schär could be signing a new contract, probably a 2-year one, and we'll see. But this is it. I mean, we're going to be fine this season. Let's be honest about that. Then we've got Foxy. Definitely can't see Italy winning the World Cup. How can the World Cup? Because they got that type of North Macedonia. I'll be on live at 9 o'clock tonight with Luca. He's a big gooner. He'll be coming on, and we're going to talk about what's going on and what needs to be done. Plenty to talk about. So join us for that, people. And John, you must be fuming. Well, Italy's my second national team, but I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at all Italy's gone out. I'm really not. Because some of those players, are just not good enough anymore. Let's be real. And it's not just that, but the youth development in Italian football is not great. All they do, you look at the Milan, Inter, Juve, how many young players, apart from Santonali, players in that squad, in their teams? They have to go in Serie B and learn the trade, or Serie C, learn the trade. Yeah, it's not good. They've got to start somewhere. They have to start from the top. And I'm sure Luca's got plenty to say about that, people. So you hear from us later on. And even John in the chat, big up to Rico, Everton fan. How could Wood and Wilson link up together? Wood is that kind of player, I reckon. Listen, I'm not a fan of Chris Wood, by the way, Lee. I can't lie. I have to judge him out now. I'm sorry, but he ain't good enough. He's just not good enough. The sooner Callum Wilson comes back in the team, the better, because we're badly missing. The chances Wood has missed, Callum Wilson would have scored those chances, I'm telling you. Let's be real. Yeah. Callum Wilson is an actual born finisher. Yeah. But injuries is in this game. Injuries in the way. Just a little bit. But I can't twist it. But he could be back in a couple of weeks' time. People say he could be back against Leicester or even against Palace or Norwich, one of the 3 games. But if he comes back, then cool. Get him in, but nurse him in very, very slowly because it's just a long-term injury and it's a massive miss. This is why we need a striker that's going to play 38 games a season. And Fito Seaman could be that man. The Lingard, Carlos Botman, but it's long gone now. If we stay up and we look elsewhere, Botman's going to be to AC Milan. Carlos, I don't think it's able to sell him. Lingard, I agree, you probably end up going to West Ham United on the free. So we need to move on. We need to get better players coming in. and sell the project to the players and just say we're the richest club in the world, and they'll come. It's all about the money. Money talks at the end of the day. Money talks at the end of the day. And big up to Paul. Hope you hear me. Jesse Lingard, another overhyped Man U players. No thanks. Wow, that's from Paul. Look, listen. I know people are split on this guy now. I mean, Jesse Lingard, like I said, is a decent player. He's 29, and he probably asked for a 4-year deal worth about 250 grand a week because he's going to be on a fee signing. He probably asked for a large signing on fee. He probably asked about 250k, and if I was the board at Newcastle, I would not be paying that at all whatsoever to a guy. Honestly, I just wouldn't. Because you just never know. And big up to Callum again, never know. And Harry to Brian. And Tuesday, why do you love United so much? Tuesday, I'm not a United fan, mate. I'm a Newcastle fan. You should know better than that, mate. Do you know what I mean? Let's be real. Yeah, I'm not a red, right? You need to speak to Macy, right? She's a big red. She's a big red. I'm not. I'm a Newcastle fan. Yeah. Look at the stadium in the background. Does it say Old Trafford? No, it doesn't. Does it show a badge United badge on? No, it's Newcastle. Yeah. So we move on. Shocking how Calabria didn't get picked. He's been very good for Milan and Captain Callum. This guy is brilliant. He's a brilliant player. Brilliant right back. He could also play at the back as well. I just don't understand why he wasn't picked last week. I couldn't understand why Schumacher wasn't starting as well, because Immobile, in my opinion, he's brilliant for Lazio. He's a brilliant player, but I just can't figure him out why he's just not doing it for the national team. And he's not the only one. Belotti is another one as well. Why is he not doing it? I just don't understand. Do you know what I mean? And Immobile scored 36 goals one season. He scored 30 odd last season again. Belotti's been banging in the goals too. But I just can't understand why they just cannot do the national team. I mean, you look at the Italian team, they got players for Sassuolo and also Lazio. Yeah. They got one for Cagliari, which I can't figure out why. But they're all good players, but they just cannot do it for the national team. I just don't understand it, man. Is it the pressure? Is it because of the system they play under Mancini? I don't know. But this is the Kings of Europe, by the way, getting knocked out in the World Cup. It's unbelievable. I mean, Italy, right? Italy are the part of the third chair in the World Cup. It's like Newcastle were at the Time Bridge. Do you understand what I'm saying, peeps? Yeah? Something right there. That is 12 year. When 4 years' time come to buy, it'll be 12 year Italy has not played in the World Cup. That is absolutely criminal for that country. It's a national tragedy of the day. I can tell you that for now. And right, keep those questions coming in, by the way, people. What about Jonathan David and Anthony in the summer? Gary, I think Ryan will love Jonathan David. He hasn't been scoring goals. He hasn't been scoring enough now. Yeah. But Anthony, yes, please, I take him. Very skillful, left-footed, plays on the right-hand side for Ajax, and he creates something out of now. This guy's going to be absolutely fantastic. We'll not be at Ajax next season. I think he'll be on the move. Where that be, I don't know. But there'll be a lot of competition for this guy, especially if Erik ten Hag moves on to United, which I believe he will do in the summer. I think all these other clubs are going to be searching for top quality players for Ajax. They are a decent team. Got knocked out of the Champions League, by the way, by Benfica last week. And seeing that Bale performance last night, I take him on a free. Just have zero confidence over his fitness, and the whole season, unfortunately, foxy. Me personally, I wouldn't have Gareth Bale in the team. And I've got a funny feeling when this contract's up around Madrid, I think you end up I would play more golf than a footballer. Let's be real. But last night is fantastic. I can't lie. That second goal was absolutely lit. Absolutely lit goal. Fantastic goal there. Johnny D is going nowhere. If he doesn't start scoring goals soon, couldn't even score against Costa Rica last night. It's that one goal in the last 15. That is poor. That is poor. He's been taught up. He's been taught up being the next best thing, right? And he just hasn't really done it for Lille. And it's a shame because he's a talented player. Whether he wants a new challenge, I just don't know. But I wouldn't pay 50, 60 million for the lad. I just wouldn't. Not at all. If he's not scoring goals, then there's a problem there. But you can have a lean spell, but you can have a lean spell for so long, Jonathan David. I mean, look, there's better strikers out there. And at the minute, I just don't think he's the one. And when they see your bank account and they want to work for you, well, they're not getting me bank details, mate. They're not getting me bank details. Simple as that. And hi, John. Big up to you, Jan. Watch me still game last night. And Bruno has found. I don't know. Can you repeat that, Jan? If you don't mind. He looks a bit tasty and his friend looks a bit tasty as well. Have to get that's Paqueta. Cool, well be. Paqueta is getting his career back on track. I think he's a decent player. I do like him, and I think he's getting better and better and better. I think if Newcastle can't call for him, he might come to the Premier League. I think he'll do bits. Whether the physical side of things, I don't know, but he wasn't ready for Milan. But hey ho. And I would take Bale for a season, he will score goals wherever he plays. But would Bale want to come to Newcastle, Paul? That's the thing. And I would go for someone younger and better and hungry as well. And Gareth Bale, I mean, when he came back to Spurs, he did have his, but he didn't exactly put the house down, did he? So getting angry because United's on cause of red. I wasn't that angry, man. I wasn't angry, but I'm just saying. Do you know what I mean? But I know people keep saying I'm a red. I'm not a red. I done a watch along for United against Spurs, but I was supposed to do the Brentford Burnley game. Couldn't get it on, so just have to do. I chose the right game, by the way, to watch it. 3-2 at Old Trafford. What a game! And we got Scamacca to Milan. That's in Callum. I've heard that as well. He's a decent player. Was he 6'5"? Decent player, good in the air, good on his deck as well. I mean, he's brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Really enjoy watching this guy. And yeah, he'd be on the way to Milan. And my number one target, we absolutely love him here. That's from Jan. People saying Gareth Bale's going to be the one for Newcastle. We'll see. It's bad for Italy when they're putting Balotelli on the bench. Wow, I tell you what, he was done a long time ago, Balotelli. Honestly, I'm glad in a way, man, she didn't get him on because I don't think he would have done much at all whatsoever. Okay, he's done well in Turkey, but he played for 2 Serie B clubs. He played for Brescia and he also played for Monza. He played for Monza. It couldn't get him out of the league. Couldn't get up to Serie A. Couldn't. So this is the thing. I mean, Balotelli, you know what it is for Balotelli. I mean, when he came to Liverpool, Brendan Rodgers thought he could get the best out of him. He couldn't. Could not get the best out of this guy. And actually paid for his job as well. But why did he get Balotelli in the first place? Listen, on his day, it could be a world beater. But other times, he could be an egg beater, in my opinion. And little value for David is slowly dropping. It's looking that way, isn't it? 1 goal in 15 games. Ouch. Brazilian midfielder Fed. What performance women yet again? That's a foxy. Do you know what? It's a Fed. I think he's getting better. I really do. I mean, he's one of the better players at Old Trafford. I really do. And he's putting it together. And he could be one of the best midfielders in the team. I really do think that. You got Scott McTominay as well. And he'll get good as well. But they still need a world-class player in that midfield if they are to be challenging for things again. So big up to, let's have a look at this one. We were saying Noor Dembele in January. We can go for him in the summer on a free signing. I think Barca will keep him. I think Barca will keep him big time because you know what it is, right? I mean, yes, he's got injury records. Injury records very, very poor. I can't lie. But at the end of the day, it seems like he's happy again. I think Xavi wants to keep him. And that is the thing. Would I take a player that's got a poor injury record? Probably not. But on his day, I think he's a world beater. This guy is quick, skillful, so direct. I think he's a brilliant player when he is fit. And I do like him. And that's all I can say. And let's look at this one in a minute. I'm sorry. Okay. So, like I said, please hit the like button, subscribe to you new people. Just keep those questions far away because the more questions I get, the better for me. And I think it'll be fun. I think it's be Avis. I mean, I've got a big one tomorrow night, tonight with Luca. He's a decent guy. He's an Arsenal fan, and I'm definitely on to get him on. And we're going to be talking about Italy. So, going to go to the next one. I don't know, Brains. I don't know who that player is, mate. I checked him out, and that name's not on there, sort of thing. So you need to tell me more about him. By the way, I'm sorry. Your top 4 targets of the summer will be Osimhen. I'll go for Nunes. Excuse me. Do you know what? Target as well. I'll keep Target. I'll go for All Black in goal, and I think that's it for now for the meaning. So you said 4 targets, didn't you? So we could do a winger as well to challenge ASM. I would definitely go for Dwight McNeil from Burnley. And even if he went down, I'd take him for a British player. I would take him all day long. He is absolutely fantastic. And he's playing well in the poor, well, I wouldn't say in the poor team, but it's just struggling at the moment. Brazil midfield's on the way in the summer. Bring it on. Yeah, I'd take Paqueta as well. And Lloyd Kelly, listen, I don't know a lot about Lloyd, but one thing I'm going to say, but he's doing well for Bournemouth. He's their club captain as well, by the way. And when Bournemouth paid 13 million for him from Bristol City, there's a lot of what's the word I'm saying? There's a lot of people thinking, wow, that is a huge gamble there. Do you know what I mean? But he's a talent and he's a quick defender by all accounts. And he will tell us all. But if you're going to buy Lloyd Kelly, then for me personally, it has to be a squad player. Yeah, it has to be a squad player. But if it's going to be for the now, then you got to play him now. Otherwise, you may as well stay at Bournemouth and get a year's experience in the Premier League again. Dembele will smash our wage structure. He's on 800 grand a week. I remember people. 800 grand a week. Players who play contra, maybe so Dembele, Gary. 800 grand a week. I don't think we'll pay that. I don't think we're going to pay that because it's not going to be. It's going to be awful for the team morale. But 800 grand a week. Wow. We'll see. I doubt it. Over decades of football, all good teams had a reliable keeper. Southall for Everton, Grobber for Liverpool, Seaman to Arsenal, Schmeichel for United. In the 90s, which keeper should we go for? In my opinion, because we're the richest club in the world, Cole, I would sell the project to Jan Oblak from Atletico Madrid and just say, look, it's a Premier League. Kieran Trippier there as well. He knows all about his go for it. Just go for it. I mean, I think if he does come, I don't think the Black is going to be happy as number 2, but he'd be a brilliant number 2. I want to see my goalkeeper playing it out from the back and just be comfortable as well. I love Martin. I think he's a canny keeper, but his distribution's very poor at times. That's number 1. And secondly, when he kicks it, it goes out for a throw-in, yeah? And half the time, it can cost us goals or 2. It's not great, but I'm a fan of the backup, but we definitely need someone's going to play it out for the back. When Pep came in, he brought in Edison straight away, more like, and he plays it out for the back, and the rest is history. And can be on the feed. Big up to Christopher. Do come in. Would you say James Maddison for Leicester? I asked Billy for World of Sport, and he's a big fan. Well, Billy is right. I'm a massive fan of this guy. I think James Maddison would be fantastic for Newcastle United if he became available. I mean, his free kicks are decent, his passing's brilliant, and he scores some great goals as well. I'd take Lee Maddison all day long. I really would. What I like about him, he's committed, he's got passion, and he's an absolute baller. I mean, let's be real. I think he'd be loved at Newcastle. If you're looking for number 10, who will be that player? Definitely be that player. Especially if Eddie Howe plays a 4-4-1-1. But in my opinion, after you put it in again, Paqueta, I really would. And no chance that Belly would get better offers elsewhere. He's not at that stage where he has to accept a peer as he play deal. He's still young. And in the summer, yeah, now big up to Lee. I reckon Target is as good as signed like John, 15 million. Yeah, I think we'll get him. I really do think we'll get him. 200k in January. Still a lot of money, kid. Still a lot of money. Big up to Static, Big Guna. And any big names in the fee in the summer, John, would like killing Mbappe be fantastic. Honestly, you saw the fee in the summer, you know. But you end up going to Real Madrid. Cheers, people. Yeah. But that's funny that because I saw that today that players going on a free signing as well, free transfer. I'll probably have a quick look at this as well. What I'll do, I'll look at my photo bit as well because I've definitely snapped. That's a good question, Gary. Thank you very much indeed for that. You got Paul Pogba, wouldn't take him. Frank Kessie off to Barca. Dybala, I'd take him all day long. Rudiger, I'd take him all day long, but you go to a bigger club. Christensen, he'll go to Barca. Dembele just chatting about. No chance. Dembele, no chance. Belotti, no chance. Kamara from midfield, I think he'll be decent. Ginter plays at the back, he'll be good. And Tarkowski as well. But at the end of the day, people, I mean, would you take over those players? I'd take the top end. But Tarkowski, I'm not so sure. But if he does come to Newcastle, you're going to have to back him. What else? He's got it right there, Lee. Got it right. I'd take him all day long. Definitely take him all day long. This guy is absolutely fantastic. His free kicks, his shooting ability, and his midfield player. Absolutely fantastic. Yes, please. I'd take him all day long. And he's a baller. I mean, Southampton ain't going to let him go anytime soon. I just cannot see him going anytime soon because you know why? Because I just don't think he's a local lad and he's happy at Southampton. Simple as that. And let's move on to, and it'll cost 50 million quid, which it ain't worth. Denia for Leon. I thought about this one overnight, and I just don't think he'd be good enough for Newcastle because he's the weak link for the Belgian national team. Foxy said it the other day, which is quite right. And I wouldn't say he's the quickest defender, but I tell you something, yeah, but he gets turned so easily. I don't want it from my defender at all whatsoever, but excuse me, he'd be on the free signing anyway, but wouldn't have him. Yeah, one of you hyper all the time to energy drinks. Don't mind it, but I have some juice, lemonade, Lucozade. You know, I don't drink alcohol, Lee. I really don't. So don't drink it all. So, guys, if you like what you watch at the minute, please hit the like button. Please give us a subscribe. Also, click on the join button if you can remember 99p. It's scrolling underneath, as you can see. And also, super chatters, if you like to super chat, there is available and it is open. And let's go for the Foxy as well. I want Tarkowski, not so much new. Rapaz is loyal to Sins. That is the thing, because Tarkowski, he'd be on the free. I mean, he could end up going back down south, or he may play for a middle club, but we should see. He might even play for Fulham next season. If Fulham gets promoted, I think he'd be a good fit for Fulham Football Club. I really would, because Fulham will need to defend much better than they did last time in the Premier League, because they were poor. Yeah, and if they can get him, then they got as good a chance of staying up. And Darwin Núñez, yeah, I've mentioned him. I think he's a stellar player, him. And Navas from PSG as our new goalkeeper. I tell you what, I wouldn't mind Navas, by the way. I think he's well experienced. He's a decent keeper, world-class keeper, Costa Rican, and he's played for Real Madrid. And I'll feel sorry for Donnarumma, by the way, peeps, because since he moved there, I think he should have gone in the first place, yeah? Because he's only 12 appearances this season for the Italian national goalkeeper. Wow. I think he needs to be aware. Come back to Italy, man. Come back to Italy. But any more questions, do fire away, people. And like I said, I mean, I've gone for a few as well. I'll go back to Denia. I just don't think I'd take him. I wouldn't take him at all. It's a shame, but I just won't take him at all. Yeah, so tell what I've got on later on. I'm doing the Italian thing tonight, Italian channel. Talk about Italian being eliminated from the World Cup. It's an investigation with Martelli ASC1 with Luca. Saturday, I'll probably do the transfer update, just fill in the gaps. Any breaking news, then I should be straight onto it as well. And there's an England match tomorrow against Switzerland, which I'll probably watch as well, which I think would be cool. And let's go on to Foxy. I like United's team on as a keeper. They can play out from the back from Bilbao. Listen, Unai Simon's a decent keeper. He's a Spanish number 1. I like him. I really do. And he'll get better. He's a big keeper, by the way. And I think he could be a choice as well. But I think he's happy where he is. And let's go on to Lafont for Nantes. I like that rhyme. Lafont for Nantes. That's in Callum. Spoke about him the other night. He's a decent keeper. He's played for Fiorentina. And if he went back to the Italian league, he'd be ready now. I think he's a decent keeper. He could play out from the back as well. I watched him live once when he was at Florence. I think he's decent, but wasn't ready at the time. Young as well. That's from Foxy. I think we need a centre back, attacker mid, winger, 2 strikers, 5. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. That'll be reasonable, mate. I still get rid of about 6 or 7 players as well. I think Miggy is going to be leaving at the end of the season anyway. Miggy Almiron. I think he'll be gone because he needs to be playing football. And there's a few of them as well. Kieran Clark could go. You've got players like Jamal Lewis, sadly can go. Longstaffs can go. Dwight Gale, Chris Wood. See, look, we can make some money back. We can make some money on these players, but hey ho. And we've got David Raya from Brentford as well. He's an excellent keeper, by the way. He is a fantastic keeper. I think he'll make it big, this guy. Very impressive, this kid. Makes some great saves for us. Plays it out from the back. Plays it out well. And it's just a joy to watch. I don't think he'll be leaving Brentford anytime soon because he wants to be the main man. He wants to be a number 1. And I think that's a good shout, Spencer. Good shout. I think Dean Henson will be the keeper next season. I believe so. Realistically, I mean, break the bank for Raya. I take him as well. And we may end up in Spain. I believe so. Real Betis is after and Gary as well. That is the last time I know. And Brentford keeper is outstanding. David Raya. Yes, he is. Very impressive, this kid. And do you know what it is, right? I don't think, like I said, I think Brentford won't let him go. I think he's happy there. But if the money comes in for him, then he could be tempted to go. I think he could shock us all. And he's quick as well. He's not a big keeper, by the way. He's 6 foot. Not the biggest of keepers, but, but good enough. Great shot stopper, and he's good enough. And you know what it is, man? I mean, I could do a flipping holiday. I mean, I can do a Turkey, man. But I'll probably do that in October because I could do a flipping break and have had a proper holiday, like a beachy holiday for a couple of years now. But went to Rome and I do miss it. Miga hasn't cut it for me. Like, can't get away with him. In my opinion, I think he needs a fresh start for me, Miggy. I love him, but he needs a fresh start. And do you rate Castor Smike as a goalkeeper? Not as good as his dad, though. I do. I think he's a decent keeper. He still is. 35 now. He's still a class keeper. And you know what it is? I don't think he'll leave Leicester anytime soon. I think he ended his career at Leicester. And big up to him. How didn't Big Dan Burton get into England squad? And that crap Harry Maguire did, because Gareth Southgate is loyal to his players, yeah? And Dan Burton will need to be in that England squad. We all make mistakes, but he has to play. Give it a go. And what we have to remember, John, is we need to make sure we get some homegrown players, because I think we only allowed so many foreign players. This is it. I love to see English talent coming through. I really do. But is Matty and Sean good enough for Newcastle United? I'm not so sure. I think they need a fresh start. Out of contract at the end of the season. But Target's quality. Get him in. Dan Burn is class. Kieran Trippier, we all know what he's like. I think he's fantastic. John Joe Shelby, Joe Willock. Yeah. All good players. All good players. So you're right. We need to keep the young talent as well. 110%. It's the Lazio keeper, and Tos Shakosha, his name is. That's his name, Callum. He's out of contract at the end of the season. If it's him, I'd take him all day long. He's okay. No 5 or 6 goals when it's past him, but Albania, but Harry Kane gave him a hard time. but he is still a quality keeper. Why I can't understand is why he's the number 2 at Lazio. I just don't get it at all. But he is a quality keeper, man. And Miggy, once again, outstanding for Paraguay last night. If all he played in his natural position and consistency. Foxy, where do you think his best position is? I'll turn it on you. Where's his best position? Would you play him as a 10 or on the left-hand side of the 3? Because Miggy is being messed up out. He really has. He needs to be asked his best position, yeah? I've put that down to Steve Bruce because I think he messed his career up absolutely big style because Miggy came here as number 10, not on the left-hand side. And it looks to me that he doesn't even know his best position at Newcastle United. I really don't. But I just hope that if he does leave, I'm going to wish him well. I'm going to wish the kid well. And how didn't Tamura and Konsa get an England squad? Those two have to be consistent for over 18 months now. I have to agree. I think Konsa's quality, decent defender. He's quick, big lad. Tomori, I think he's brilliant. Done at AC Milan. And he's a fan favourite and he's well loved there. Yep, Kansas number 10. Miguel Lures League number 10. Big up to James well. Big up. Yep, I'm absolutely fine, mate. Tuning from work. Good man. I still going to do this for about 45 minutes, so I've got another 9 minutes to go because I got my tea. I'll be back on the channel 9 o'clock. I'm going to talk about the special show about Italy and being eliminated from the World Cup for a second time and what needs to be done. And we've got, we should look at bringing Abraham back to England. 100 million is going to cost Spence 100 million euros, 80 million quid. And I don't think he'll come back. I think he'll stay for another season. And Tammy Abraham, 23 goals this season at Rome. His first season in Serie A, he's been absolutely fantastic. I can't lie. But you're talking 100 million euros here. And Cameron Hughes is there. But what are going to, how do I pull it? I mean, are they going to pay 80 million for Tammy Abraham? We could. But I think it's there at Roma. I mean, Roma's a fantastic city. Fantastic city. Been there many a times. Been there last year. Absolutely love that place. I could adore that place. What you having tea, John? I think I'm going to have that sausage pasta, mate. That's what I'm having. So I'll be having that. And no way 100 million from Spenny. So, yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely starving, man. Absolutely starving. But I need to diet, by the way. I keep saying I'm going to diet, but it's finding that time to do it. So I'm not going to explore for that. So it's going to be fun. But 100 million, that's the thing. I mean, these clubs now, they can command what they want. I mean, they're asking 100 million euros for Tammy, 100 million euros for Osimhen, for Napoli, by the way. You know, all these strikers, they look at Lukaku. They probably think Lukaku can go for 96 million quid, right? So we can get 96 million quid because they know that the Premier League club's got the money, especially Newcastle. They know the richest club in the world, so they can try to take advantage of this. Yeah. And the thing is, right, I mean, we need to be careful as well. Don't get mugged off. Please do not get mugged off. Yeah. If they're not worth the money, walk away. We're not going to be taken for mugs. Yeah. We're not going to be held to ransom. And that's it. That's all there is to it. And it will be soon, Callum. Will be soon. But thanks anyway, pal. Appreciate that. I missed the show because I was having my tea. Sorry, I'll be tuning yours at 9 though. Brilliant, man. That'll be well worth a listen. I've got Luca come with us as well. And he's going to tell us exactly what's going on in Italian football and Italy itself. I'm going through all these tweets, especially for Italian football tweets and Football Italia. And some of them are just absolutely incredible. It's gone from youth level and the development as well. The stadiums, some of the stadiums needs absolutely sorting out ASAP. I've been to a few and they need sorting out. Yeah. Roberto Baggio wrote a 900-page document about how the Italians could get better. Hey ho. And it's just a madness. It's absolute madness, man. And big up to Christopher. Do you think Mancini would be under big pressure after their defeat against Montenegro? Not Montenegro, it's North Macedonia, mate. And that result was a massive shock. Christopher, listen, I'm not shocked at all because Italy should never been allowed us to be in that position. She should allowed us to happen. Let's be real, because they should have beat Switzerland, Bulgaria, right? Northern Ireland. They've dropped points there. And let's be real, again, Italy's got only themselves to blame. And then getting beat on North Macedonia by a goal to nil. They're no mugs, by the way, right? It's just embarrassing. It had to happen, not surprised. And Italy go again. I just think it's disgraceful. But talking Mancini, I don't think he'll leave Italy. He will not be sacked. It will not be sacked because he's got 2 more left on his contract. But if he walks away, they respect it. But they will not sack him. But who's out there to replace him? You're talking about Pablo Cannavaro could be taking this place. It could be about Roberto De Zerbi as well. Used to be a Sassuolo, yeah? It should be Italian solo, do you know what I mean? Because they got a team full of them as well. Can you believe that? Sassuolo, right? A teeny club in Italy, right? They got more players playing for them. Schumacher. You got players like Raspadori as well. And yeah, quite a few players there as well. And Tigers should have had Shaw's place. I think Mitchell's got his place, Carl, from Crystal Palace. That just says a lot, doesn't it, about Gareth Southgate, because he doesn't care about Newcastle United. Doesn't care at all whatsoever. But it is what it is, and that's all I can say is that one as well. Go for another couple of minutes as well, so I'm gonna have me tea. We really need to knock on the deal and all these top 3 signings in the summer. Then we can spend big on the position we didn't fill. That's a fair shout, Matty. That's a fair shout, because there are some 3 signings out there. Dybala's one of them. And I just think they've got some cracking signings out there. Just look around. I'm sure Newcastle will definitely go for it. But anyone better than Chris Wood, please. And Newcastle could make top 6, top 7, top 8. We shall see. And yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap up there. And I'm going to get myself ready for 9 o'clock. And hopefully tonight's going to be an absolute belter. It's going to be a belter of a show. And I'm going to get Luca to, spread the chat, spread my tweet as well, to get people on the show at 9 o'clock. So if you do like the video, like to see, then give it a like, give us a subscribe, and also as well, hit us up on a super chat and do a common member as well. There's quite a few people in my chat, and they're still not a member for 99p. Just click on the join button or click on the link. And thank you for a good show. Thank you very much, Cole, and I really appreciate that. So, guys, going to wrap up. Been 45 minutes, and I'll say catch you later. As be back at 9 o'clock, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And until then, I'll catch you later. Take care.